Hello, happy Friday to everyone. And at the same time, good evening. And assalamu alaikum, shalom, peace be upon all of us. This is your sister, Princess Suruwidana, coming to you live on Northern Unity page to ask all Africans, how much do we think we know our family history and when it comes to religions and everything in Africa? I want people to be honest, to talk to me. Let's talk about our issue in the north. All our 5 regions are silent, whereby your sons, the 2 giant sons of Africa, of the northern Ghana, are out there trying to destroy each other. Whether one is doing worse and one is quiet, it's about time for the northern families, the northern kingdoms, the elders of the north to say enough is enough of this tearing apart each other, discrimination among ourselves, trying to destroy each other. And that's the reason why we sell behind our till today. I come today to ask every northerner, a northern Ghanaian, how much do you think you know your family? And when it comes to religions, what generation do you think your family is when it comes to Islam or Christianity? And to the north, anyone that is a Muslim, can you tell me what generation is your family converted to Islam? When they talk about first generation, I can say that my father was the first generation who joined Islam. In the what? Probably I would say like in 20th century, or probably I can say 21st century. My uncles converted to Islam this 21st century, as late as what? I probably can go 2014s and 16s. For the Vice President Bawumia to take to a platform in a Muslim event to shame the former president of Ghana is wrong. My brothers and sisters, let's pay attention to what I'm saying. Ghanaians, as well, the northern Ghana, were never Muslims. Africans were never Christians nor Muslims. We were the ancient Hebrew Israelites. Today, some people still practice the same religion. We may not know. We have traditionalists and we have people that are the ancient Hebrew Israelites who sacrifice chickens and things. Some pour alcohol. Those that sacrifice your chickens on stones and all that, those people were the ancient Hebrew Israelites. Every black was the first race, the first children of God who created us and gave us this religion. When they say the chosen one, who are the chosen one? It's the black people who were the first race. Every race came out of a black man and woman. It's not a myth. You can check this, what I'm talking about, and you can Google it and see whether I'm lying or I'm telling the truth. And to go to the northern Ghana and talk about religions, Islam came into the northern Ghana earlier on due to the salt, is it the Sahara trade route? People came as far as, it was all called Africa, Northern Africa today, as the European carved it and put a name. It wasn't known as Northern Africa. It was known by Timbuktu, Mali, Egypt. It's just the country's name that they call the borders. It was ruled by the kings. Islam came into northern Ghana due to the Trans-Atlantic Sahara travel route. Whether it's like they're exchanging spices to gold, to trade with salt, that's what the whole thing was about. Even as far as my town, Wa, can trace back to the 1100, 1300, Wa is linked to Mansa Musa, kingdom. And then majority of these Wala people descend out of Nubia, Mali, Egypt to settle in the modern day Wa as we know. So for any northerner who will try to shame your fellow northerner because of religion, my brother, you probably don't know your own history, because if you know your own history, you will never shame your fellow human being because of religion. Before Islam, there were a black religion. Before Christianity, there were a black religion. All these religions came out of our religion. What we don't know today, I'm going to come out and make this video. All these religions in the world came out of the Hebrew Israelites religion. The pharaohs created their own religions. The sun god, the moon god, the crocodile god was one of the fearsome god that the pharaohs used to use on their face, wear it, and they would make statues and put this half crocodile, half human. That's the gods those days. It was Africa that created all the things that we know the world. And that's the sad part, is that the African has lost his place and then be replaced by their children. Every child in this world is an African child. Whether it's Europe, Asia, all those people came out of African people. Your descendants took your religion and polished it and brought it back to you for you to deny your own existence, to the point that you're willing to tear your brother apart about religion. Vice President, you don't know your history and you were wrong. You've been doing this for the past almost 5 years, tearing Northerners, sons of North, apart. Whether it's your wife, Shamira Bawumia, and yourself. My brother, it comes to the point that you make your priorities straight and realize who is your enemy. It's not the Northerners that are your enemy. It's not even the Southerners. It's the MPP party that is your enemy. Not the Southerners or not the Northerners either. Because if they are not your enemies, they will not try to disgrace you by showing the whole worldwide that you have a first wife and replace her with your second wife without ever mentioning your first wife's name. My brother, the Speaker of the House, Alban Bagwin, Honorable Alban Bagwin, didn't make a mistake. It was your party members who make sure they change the name. Who's reading it doesn't know what I'm reading. I'll read finish before I know, hey, this is what I got and this is what they gave me. It wasn't NDC or Ghanaians. It was your party people. Number 2, it's your party people that select you with all the qualification. In case of death of the president, you become the president as a vice president. In case of the president time expire, you then become the flag bearer to become the president of Ghana, candidate of the presidency of Ghana. But your party people are saying that they can never sit and watch and see a Northerner to become their flag bearer. Just the same thing that they did to John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency. That Northerner couldn't rule Ghana, and he ashamed every Northerner, a Ghanaian, and he ashamed all your party people, put them into sleep. Today, see what you guys are doing. You're struggling. You're suffering. And if you cannot stand up to fight your own battles among your party people who doesn't like you, but do not point the finger, my brother, the Vice President, Mahmoud Bawumia, to the wrong person. What you are doing is wrong. And the northern kingdoms, all the 5 regions, the elders and the kingdoms and the kings and leadership of the northern kingdoms need to stand up and set this guy straight. And let the northern sons and daughters know, when you get to some place in life, if you cannot bring fame to the north, but you don't bring disgrace to the north, it's all of us duty. Whether we like it or not, if Bawumia do anything bad, they'll say, hi, it's a Northerner. If the John Dramani was not to do well when he became president, they'll say, hey, didn't he say he's a Northerner? It goes against all of us. So whatever those people that you select to represent the North, whether it's the country Ghana and they are from the North, anything that they do to rob Northerners out of the reality and the truth come to affect us. We need to wake up and tell these people it's no longer about just themselves, Bawumia and his family. It's no longer about that. He represents the North. It's the same goes to the president, the former president, John Dramani Mahama. He represents the North too. Where did you ever see this guy to go and pronounce you Bawumia name to tear you apart? It's about your facts. It's about what you guys are doing. If you don't have much to say, but you don't try to destroy your brother, you and your wife, the thing that we never heard when it comes to Ghana politics, we never see anybody, even the president's wife, never open her mouth to curse anybody. It's only you and your wife that are doing this dirty laundry for the MPP party. Please, my brother, this is not an insult. It's an advice that I'm advising you guys. I fight your battles for you. whether they're trying to remove you and put a new person in, whether they're showing your pictures that you are in a church burning down for them to bless you as a Christian. They show all those. It's no NDC people that are in there doing that. It's your own people that are doing that. If you cannot fight the people that are destroying you, shaming you in any corner of this world, do not point your finger at your own house when they are not doing you anything wrong. You are not the only MPP that can talk. They have people that can talk. Today, if I were to be you, I will even be silent. Talk about the things that you can do for Ghana. At this point, Ghanaians are suffering. If any Northerner can come out and tell me how many generations your family is Muslim, I will tell you who you are. If any Northerner can tell me that how many generations your forefather, your grandfather, your father become a Muslim, I will tell you whether part of the slave raid invaders who were invading the northern territories, corners, that led for the northern territory become part of the British colony. If you tell me, I will tell you whether your family was part of these raiders who were raiding the villages of our ancestors. Don't judge me wrong. Some of our fathers, forefathers, and mothers joined Islam in the name of peace. But in any family tree, there is the bad apples. Among us were our own flesh and blood who were going around capturing their own brothers and sisters and selling. And it was related to Islam. You say it, and the truth will always set us free. Even though the religion is a peaceful religion, today you can see throughout the world, some people will hijack their religion for their self-interest. It's always been there. It's not a new thing. And this thing happened to Africans. And in my own house, my father was the only generation, first generation of Islam who converted in our whole house to become a Muslim. So as you see, we have the same people in Islam. The Africans, the northern Ghana, majority of us, if we can be honest, true to ourselves, either we are the first generation or second generation of Islam, Muslims, or third. Anyone that can trace your Islam root past third generation or fourth generation, majority of you guys have a hand in the slave trade. That is the truth. It's not an insult. It's to tell the truth. But to the vice president of Ghana, enough is enough. The insult and the destruction and the disrespect of the northern kingdoms have to stop. Because if you cannot fight your own battles, whether they are disrespecting you in MPP party and you cannot say anything, John Dramani Mahama, the former president, is not your rival. It's not your rival. I came across a video. One of our sisters made a video. Some of these things this lady is saying is the truth thing. It's part of our history. People, they still have people that are alive today and talk about things that happen. And some of us know some of this history this lady is talking about. But in any family, we have the villain. And at times, you have to hide certain things for us to be able to move forward. And if we are to call ourselves Northerners, we can forgive. We may not forget. But let's try to build a better Ghana, whereby the Ghanaian child can have school to go, can have a good drinking water, can have a hospital to go, can live and go to school and compete in this world for tomorrow. And stop tearing each other apart. That's not politics. That's uncalled for. Where do you ever see the former president John Dramani Mahama mention your name and say you say this, or your family say this, your wife say this? He never. And that was the reason why I gave him the best leadership award from my platform. Goes to him because of his humbleness and can relate to people and never one day complain about whether it's Bawumia and Shamira Bawumia, whether it's the MPP party, whether it's all this vigilante group, whether it's the Christian Council, whether it's the propaganda TV stations. He kept everything to himself. That's what leadership quality in a human being to be called leader. That's what leadership is about. It's not about coming to try to criticize someone about their religion. How Muslim are you? How Muslim are you to be criticizing someone when you yourself is not clean? How many times do you pray? And can you read the Quran from A to Z in Quran in Arabic? And to see our fellow Northerners to be brainwashed to think that this thing goes out to so many people that will hear my name. I have so many people that will call me and say they don't think it's me because of the name I'm using. Something is the Gati name, something is no a Muslim name, something is this. That is so sad. Africans, you guys are so lost. We are all lost. I always tell people here, when I meet my fellow African, my brother and sisters who were sold into captivity, the first thing I'll tell them, listen, the reality is that you guys think you lost everything. Even those that were left in the continent of Africa are more even lost than you guys. Today, due to religions, we try to destroy every fabric that ever made an African or a Northerner to be what we are today. If my forefather name, Suri Widana, which is not even a Degati name, even if it is a Degati name, so what? That's our identity. If Suri Widana, which is now, is in India, is in Indonesia, is in Asia, is even in the Americas, become a name that you can label to say, because I'm using Suru Widana, I'm a Degati woman and I'm no Muslim, so that I'm not the person that you know. It's wrong. It's just to show all of us how lost we are. What's our identity? The Muslim names you using have nothing to do with Islam. You're using Arabic people names. Islam does not have names. And the names of the people you are using is the prophet, peace be upon him, his name and his followers' name. Those are the one you honor those people by using the name. Other than that, any name you use, you using Arabic names. How can we use our own names? And if eating Suri Widana is not a name for me to use, because of that you say I'm a Degati. Yes, I was a Degati girl. I'm a Wala girl. What do you consider Wala? Wala people, to when you are Muslim, that makes you a Wala. It's not so. It's not so. Let me tell you, we are lost ourselves. If you guys don't know, we are lost, all of us. And my fellow brothers and sisters from the north, if we don't change this issue, it's going to be our doom. And if we don't stand up to condemn this tearing each other apart, what the vice president did was wrong. Anyone that can prove to me, come to my comment sections and comment. Tell me, how many generations is your family when it comes to Islam? And I will show you whether your family was part of the slave raiders who raid the villages of Africa throughout West Africa and capture people into captivity. And among them, they have the innocent people who converted to Islam earlier on. You go to where we have a Quran over there, which can trace back to almost closer to 400 years old. So let's be honest to ourselves and be true to ourselves. If you see someone that does not use an Islamic name or Arab name, does not mean that the person is not a Muslim. And that does not mean that you should think the person is different from you. Nobody is lost in this cause more than the Northerners. We are so ignorant. This indoctrination, you think it's only European that did the indoctrination? The Arabs did. And this, you know what, rub us all in the wrong way to the point that we forget our own identities. Where did we go wrong? Today, your own religion that will turn around and give to you, you can no longer believe in your own beliefs. How can Africa move forward when we don't have anything that is our own? Whether it's our name, whether it's our religion. For the vice president, a most learned man among Akufo-Addo administration, the most learned man to have a PhD degree in economics, You have to have a brain to do that. For him to say those things, my brother, even though you were doing politics, I know you know better than that. It's uncalled for. So I want to tell you guys, anyone that can tell me you can trace 5 generations of Islamic Muslim in your house, majority of you guys, if you want to start doing the research, you'll be shocked. I came home some time ago. I wanted to do a research and make a video about slavery. And the little I uncover in my hometown of Wa, saddened me. I have to abandon the whole program. And I realized, here am I in America lying to my fellow black people who were sold by their own people into captivity. That Africa has no hand in slave trade. And to go find out, even my town has part of slave trade. And the reason why the northern kingdoms give up by being kingdom and become a territory of the British and the Ashanti kingdom was part of slave invaders coming from the north. Whether it's like today, people like the Zabramas, the Hausa, everybody that come in. And don't judge me. Every tribe has the bad apple, including all of us. Every tribe, every country, every town, we have the bad people that will do the baddies in the name of money. And this is what happened to us. That's our history, whether we like it or not. It's not to shame any religion or to uplift any religion. But have in mind, before there were Christianity and Islam, there were the African religion, which is today is called Judaism. That was our number 1 religion. We were given that religion. When they say the chosen one, who are the chosen one? Today in Palestine, the people that were in Palestine used to be black people. The pharaohs, the first pharaohs that built the pyramid were the black people. And due to slavery, they try to hide all this history. And inshallah, even though slavery robbers from 70s, but God has something endure and ensure on slavery too that we may not know. There were a purpose why we are all over the world, whether in our own or forced to go. God has a plan for all these things. Even though I don't condone slavery, the most barbaric thing and the atrocities that were committed, when they couldn't even get people from Africa, they were raping women to produce more children so they can enslave them to work for people to benefit and make money. And today you're going to come to tell your fellow brother that, can you convert to Islam? For what? If you choose, I always tell people, nothing is wrong with your religion. And if Islam is where you get closer to God, peace be upon you. It's Christianity. If Christianity is where you see that it brings you closer to your creator, peace be upon you too. If Judaism is where you feel like that's where you get close to God, inshallah to that. And if you believe in traditional religions and that's where you get closer to God, peace be upon you too. There is no anybody that ever die and go and come back to tell us that this is the religion up there. Whatever you feel like you use it and be closer to God, so be it. But do not condemn your fellow religion. Nobody knows tomorrow. If I were to be the vice president, instead of him to be talking about religions, why not try to help Ghanaians? Today, your country, Ghana, is part of the HIPC list. I went to World Bank website and Ghana was there bang. For the 2 times, Kufuor put Ghana into HIPC and Akufo-Addo came and Ghana is in the list again. We have to ask each other. I'm not condemning any precedent, but the thing that Ghanaians need to be focusing on now is like, where did we go wrong? And God has sent, we have the first republic. The first founding father was Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. The second founding father was the Honorable and His Excellency, the late Jerry John Rawlings. And the third founding father, the founding father who put all Ghanaians first. Do you know who the person is? It's the former president, John Dramani Mahama, who put Ghanaians first. And put infrastructure, when it comes to infrastructure in Ghana, for almost our 70 years, or is it 71 years, it's only 3 presidents who went above and beyond for the child of Africa, for the child of Ghana to see the daylight. That's the reality. Anyone that you would disagree with me, which is okay, that's what we are called humans. We cannot agree on one thing. But anyone that can be true to yourself and be honest and believe you are a child of God and will look into your God, your belief, and say, listen, true is only one. And if I have to give someone a credit, these 3 people in Ghana deserve the credit. Let's be honest to ourselves. What John Dramani Mahama did in Ghana, apart from Nkrumah, no president ever built that much infrastructure in Ghana. It's not because he's my brother. It's the truth. Rawlings' time, things were hard. Ghana was cut off because it's revolution and all that. And he still did his best. And do you know what? At that time, we have our dignity, honor. We have a dignity in Ghanaians. We may not have the materials, but we were humble and respected throughout the world because Rawlings made sure Ghanaians were straight in lines and we were able to feed ourselves, no matter how hard it is at the beginning, but we were able to catch up and the whole world went back to Rawlings. You see, they say good, when you do good, at the beginning it's hard, but the world that cut Rawlings off at the beginning, at the end, he even received a Nobel Prize. He got a Nobel Prize for being a good leader. And that's what life is about. And today, if any Ghanaian will not give John Dramani Mahama a credit, but you guys are failing John Dramani Mahama today. In his lifetime, he hasn't even left this world yet. You guys are looking for him in the middle of broad daylight with flashlight and lanterns. Let's be honest to ourselves. How can we take this country to make it what we're supposed to be? That's what we need to be asking ourselves. Not about what can we steal, what can we hide. All those people that come, vigilante people, all those fake stations that are there, jumping up and down against Akufo-Addo's self. They are not doing it because they don't like Akufo-Addo. They're trying to get their own person in so they can also steal money. Ghanaians, you have to be smarter than that. It's worse in it for them. That's what we need to be asking. So please, anyone that if you think you're using Arabic name and that makes you a Muslim, you are the most lost soul in this planet. If your own identity is no good, I say anybody that will not take my own identity for me to be able to pray in your religion, that means that religion is not a religion for me. The Prophet, peace be upon his name, never say you should change your names and leave your identity. We have people from the north who went to Saudi Arabia for schooling and will be asked, what is your name? When you say your name is Said, and they say, what is your name from Africa? See, that's when you realize Africans, the indoctrination is not only about Europeans, it's about the Arab world too. It's about we ourselves losing our identity. It's about we ourselves being our own enemies and don't realize it. So let me cut this video short. To my brother, the Vice President, Mahmoud Bawumia, and his wife, Shamira Bawumia. Shamira, you are not the only second lady. They have them before. From Nana Konadu, the first lady, till today, we never see any first lady or second lady to go out, campaign, and be cursing people. No, 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 no. They always stand on what the person is doing, not their character. It's not personal thing, it's politics. Show what the person failed to do. It's not attacking the person himself or herself. See, Akufo-Addo's wife is there. Rebecca Addo, she never go out to curse anybody. So do you. If I were to be you, if you haven't learned any lesson, this is sending you a message to reflect on things. If you level what they did during the inauguration alone is to wake you up, to realize that people are out there in my own party to get me and my husband. It's not my brother, John Dramani Mahama, or the NDC. It's my own party, MPP. And it's not all the MPP who are out there to get us. So please, Biko, please, I'm begging you. You guys calm down. You guys calm down. Life as we know it, is not ours. We have a limited time in this planet. Do not have regret at the end of the day when your time is up. Let's live it wisely. And make sure if you wrong someone, tell them, I'm wrong, I did this to you. When I saw the vice president and president somewhere, I was so happy to see that. Little did I know he would turn around to slap him across, hit him below the belt. It's uncalled for, Mr. Vice President. Please, I come today because of the end. Anyone that like what I'm doing, my brothers and sisters, this channel is for the whole Africa, the whole Ghana, the whole North. Help me share these videos. Help me by following my page, like the page, subscribe to this page. I want us to use this page to empowerment of women, children, education, to help our children. Encouragement alone is something. When we have people that come from abroad to visit home, we'll encourage them to go to the local schools, to talk to the children, to stay in schools. That's what this channel is going to become. So please, I need more followers. I need you guys to help me. Without you guys, I won't be able to do what I'm doing. And let me be honest with you guys, I'm not being paid by anybody. This is from my heart. And I'm sorry with Dana till the day I die in this world. I will always stand on my forefather's footsteps and forefather's footsteps to talk. The whole kingdom of Ghana, I belong to all the kingdoms. The south, west, east, north. I belong to every kingdom. I have bloodlines that you can test me to see that I'm related to every tribe. We are all related in Africa. If we don't know that, I just try to wake you guys up to realize, let's stop this division. It's not going to take us anywhere. Whether it's Tani, what and what. I'm a Tani sitting here and I have Ashanti blood. So what did that make me? It's the same as you go to the Ashanti kingdom, you find people like that. I have my family, one side of the family were Ashantis. And some are northerners, and some move into the northern kingdoms. So what did that make me? So please, let's use our tongue wisely. Let's use our tongue wisely when it comes to each other. And try to come together as one Ghanaians to find a solution that will move Ghana out of HIPC, that will keep Ghana out of HIPC, that will move Ghana to the 21st century, above to 22nd, and let the children of Ghana to be able to compete in the worldwide world among the children of the world and also do well. That's what my page is about. Let's stop this fighting. Infighting is not going to help us. To every Muslim, dig and find who yourself is. Your name is not Isaku or Muhammad or whatever. Your name is not those. Those are Arabic names. Find your own name and use it. I'm glad to see Bawumia using their traditional name. That's what our names are. And what is, ask yourself, when you say the Gati people, who is the Gati? We are the Gati people. When our forefathers came from Mali, Egypt, Nubia, into the modern day Ghana where we live, none of them came with a wife. They married the indigenous wife from wherever they settle. So anyone that will open your mouth to curse someone, you're cursing yourself. So I come today to tell people, please, let's unite as one Ghanaians and find a solution to take poverty out of Ghana. And find a solution to help each other than to tear each other apart. Thank you, and may the Lord bless all of us.